Good morning. How are you today? Nice to see you. Thank you for dropping in. How are you, Ron? Tis another fine day in Western New York. Little early for my personal liking, but here we are. I thought I would jump on and see what there is to see at this time of day. So, today is National Indigenous People Day or Columbus Day. Um, Very polarizing day for some people. Um, it's also National Online Banking Day, which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure it's a banking holiday in the United States. I might be wrong. But praise be to the online banking. I actually do use online banking more than traditional check register. I know how to do keeping your check register, but honestly, online banking is just that much more convenient. So happy National Online Banking today. Also, happy National No Bra Day for my lady friends. Can't say I'll be celebrating that one on camera, but may the rest of our friends enjoy it. Um, and I think that's it. Oh, it's also Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day specifically. I did have a dear friend's mother pass from that, so wanted to take a moment to remember that today. But yep, so thank you all for being here this morning. It's nice to see you. Yep, I don't fully come alive until usually after I've had all my medicine, I've eaten, I've showered, then um am out of enough pain that I can function. But those first few hours of the day where you're wading through on agony are just rough. Thank you for the like, friends. I appreciate it. So, today in Mary's life is neck evaluation day. I get to go to the physical therapist and get my neck evaluated at long last. I believe it's been a month and a half since the order first went in, so that'll be interesting. My knee is still real bad, so that kind of stinks. So I will not be roaming about very much kind of is terrible, but hello, Faith. Nice to meet you. How are you today? So I thought I would spend some time with you all while I am having my morning beverage, which, as you all know, if you've been around the Bear Den for a while, is diet soda usually. Hello, Kamari. How are you? Nice to meet you. Welcome in. And it is just another Monday. I don't do coffee very often. I usually go to my local Tim Hortons as like a treat every now and again, but I don't do coffee daily. Um, I do have a single serve Keurig in my house because Joe does coffee before he goes to work, but I'm more of a cocoa and tea drinker if I do have a hot beverage. But I don't know why pop is my wake up beverage. Just always has been. Used to be full fledged Mountain Dew in high school, but now we can't do that. That's a little too much sugar. And actually, if you go to other countries, they don't do it because they don't do Mountain Dew and like yellow Gatorade because of the brominated vegetable oil and yellow number 5. So, yep. Um, I actually, in the city I live in, there's actually 5 of them, but we're kind of closer to Canada, so, well, close-ish. We're not like right there. I'm trying to think of the furthest south I've seen Tim Hortons. I want to, I don't remember if they're in Pennsylvania. I'll have to think about that. They might be, but I definitely know they're in New York State, at least this part of New York. Oh, well, I guess a little further over because an hour and a half away there is one. But I've never really been a fan of like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. I'd probably go to Dunkin' Donuts over Starbucks. But it can really add up your daily coffee if you go like to a drive through and get it every day. But they have these home brew stations basically by Ninja, and just out of curiosity somebody was showing it on their channel, so I looked it up and they're like $500. So, I guess over a year you would save if you use that every day, but that's a pretty steep investment initially. But I don't know. Coffee has gotten really expensive, even just the take home variety. Joe actually uses the pods, but he has a metal pod that you can reuse and put coffee grounds in it and then just reuse it. Hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely. Our water is actually a little bit on the hard side. It can be. I think um because Joe had a bigger Keurig before and he ended up having to get a smaller one because it just wore out quicker, largely because of the water. We have very good water where I'm at. In fact, our water won like the state tasting cleanest water tasting um, in 2017, I think. But it's very good water, but it's very hard. Keep it 100. It's definitely starting to get cold. I still hold to my November 16th prediction for our first snow. If I'm right, that's only in another month and 3 days. That sounds about right, give or take. But we did not decorate for Halloween this weekend, so I don't know if we will be or not. I'm kind of okay if we don't this year. This year just feels really weird. But yesterday was my mom's 60th birthday party, and it went well. My mom was very happy. My brothers and I took a picture with her, and she got to take pictures with all of the family. Of course, as usual, my aunt had to create a scene and make it about herself, but everybody's got a relative like that. I don't know. It's been a really weird year. My cousin also informed us that she'll be hosting Thanksgiving at her house, so I will not be attending. Um, I I just, I would have attended in years past, but I just don't want to wreck my holidays for the greater good anymore. So I'm going where I'm happy on Thanksgiving, wherever that may be. Or I'll throw a bird in the air. I don't mind. Honestly, I wish for one year we could just do like a restaurant Thanksgiving dinner. That's probably only because I'm the sous chef, but and I'm feeling under the weather this year. Hopefully by Thanksgiving I'll feel a little better, but I don't know. We're not heading in the better direction so far. But things can change rapidly. Ebbs and flows, just like everything. But welcome in to everybody just joining us. I'm just having a casual chat while I enjoy my morning beverage. Feel free to jump in the comments section and say hi. We'd love to talk. By we, I mean me and whoever else is living in my head. I'm definitely here alone, so. Hello, Samesh. Good morning. Well, it's probably afternoon where you are, or even night. Might be night. Yeah, it is probably lunchtime for my friends in the UK. Probably time for my friends in um Southeast Asia. But wherever you may be, I'm glad you have all stopped by the Bear Den for a little bit to say hello and so on. Well, that's good. I imagine you're probably winding your day down then. Um, I am just starting my day actually, so I'm having my morning soda and just having a chat. I don't actually have to be anywhere till about 4 o'clock today, so I'm just going to ease into my day comfortably. I got a couple phone calls to make in a little bit. There's someone else to see, but you don't give to me. So let's get to the point. I honestly don't know what I'm doing today. Sometimes it just is what it is. However, at the moment I am bundled up because I am freezing. Once I get cold, it's really hard to warm back up. But hello to everybody just joining us. Well, just joining me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you may be roaming. And through the night, I'll take you on the ride. There's someone I used to see. They don't get a thing from me. Good morning. Nice to see you. Oh, you've ran away. Hello, welcome in. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday or Tuesday if it's Tuesday where you are. Very strange day. I don't know. Cosmically, it just feels strange today for some reason. Just weird energy all around. And I don't even usually subscribe to the energy theory or anything like that. But welcome in. Feel free to chat if you'd like to. Um, I'm just having a quiet morning with my morning beverage and just hanging out. Please hold. I'm going to see if my chat is frozen, so I'm going to refresh. Nope, it's not my chat gone crazy. That's okay. Although I do think, yep, I did not take it off top messages. Uh-oh. That's really irritating. I bet if they took a survey of people and asked, do you only want to see certain messages on YouTube or do you want to see everything? Most people are going to say, hey, I'd like to see all the messages that come through. At least I would. Because I like to be able to see what my audience can see. So, you know, you can boot people out accordingly or you can be more actively engaged in the conversation. I'm nosy. I like to know everything that's going on. Oh, goodness. But I appreciate everybody stopping in for a few minutes. On this early Monday morning here in Western New York. Definitely a beautiful fall morning. Lots of leaves. It's definitely rainy though. Hello, Arlene. Nice to meet you. How are you? I'm doing good. I hope you are. Glad to hear it. Yes, it is up in Canada. I forgot about that. Ours is I'm in the United States, so our Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday in November, rather. So I hope you're going to have a good meal today and time with family and friends. Sometimes holidays can be a little stressful, especially if you're the one cooking. I'm not the main star of the cooking kitchen, but I'm very definitely a sous chef. So sometimes my holiday is the day after everything's done and dusted, and I just get to sit in my chair and do nothing. But some people enjoy hosting, and good for them, and I'm very glad for them. I don't dislike it, but it is a lot of work and a lot of preparation, and it's a delicate process planning dishes, especially on that level. And my mom and I try to do as much as we can ahead of time, but sometimes that's not always practical, and, you know, there's been a lot of years where I worked either in retail or healthcare. And so after working long hours, you know, regular work time around holiday time, you're trying to do double the work at home in addition to your normal, cleaning routines and stuff. And it gets to be a lot. And oh my sweet goodness, I just hate making pie crust. I It's such a delicate procedure. And if your kitchen humidity is off just a little, it's very hard. And to be honest with you, I don't really like pie that much. I would rather have either cake or ice cream or cookies or just something else for dessert. Pie is not normally my thing. It's kind of one of those things that I can take or leave, but I tell you what I've been loving for a treat this past week is my husband made Rice Krispie treats, and I really like Rice Krispie treats. They're very simple, but very good treat. But happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian viewers. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I wish you good dishes if you're the one in the kitchen. Today is also National Yorkshire Pudding Day. And I have never made a Yorkshire pudding. Gordon Ramsay, one time on a cooking show I watched, I don't remember if it was his or if he was guest starring, but anyway, he said even he has a hard time with Yorkshire pudding, getting it as good as his mom's. So, just something to think about on Yorkshire Pudding Day. I really don't understand how this can reconnect and show my live as being on less time than it is. They better not be messing with my watch hours. I hate it when that happens. The whole way they calculate everything on YouTube, anyway, is not exactly fair, but really, this is just a hobby for me. It's not work. Not like a proper job. Kudos to you, those of you who it is a job. But we haven't reached that status here at the Bear Den. And we may not. Hey, Dexter, how are you? Nice to meet you. Hope you're well. Glorious Monday morning to you, or Monday in general, wherever you may be roaming. Um, I usually do. I'm just not today. I probably will later on if I stream later. But right now I'm just having my morning beverage. So not 100% camera ready, but thought I would get on anyway. My day's going okay so far. We're just getting started. I am from Western New York in the United States. How about you? Oh, I've always wanted to go to Alaska. used to watch. Oh, nice. I used to watch a lot of different shows about Alaska, which are probably heavily edited, to be fair, but I watched a couple where I think it was Barrow at the northern part of the inland, I guess it would be. And of course, I liked to watch a lot of the fishing shows, Deadliest Catch, which are kind of near to Alaska, I guess, but not around there. And the Gold Rush show, but that's all I know about Alaska, which isn't much, but it looks like a beautiful place. So it is probably the middle of the night where you are, or extremely early morning. But anyways, welcome in. Glad to meet you. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to get off for now. But thank you so much for coming by the Bear Den, and we'll see you later today. Bye.